The thing with torture, you know, I'm sure most of you know this, right? I mean, I think everybody knows this, right? The thing with torture is that if they don't speak after the first bit of pain, then they're not going to speak overall. I think most people know this, right? Like, I mean, come on. You don't know torture methods? Like, have you even lived? Next thing you tell me you haven't tortured anybody. Well, well, well. If it isn't John. What are you doing here, John? Here for some more Vinland Saga? Is that right? Okay. Sure. Why not? Well, John, I'll give you some Vinland Saga, but you gotta pay me that $100 back, dude. Come on, man. I need some money, man. I spent all my money on homeless people when I was on my way to volunteer at an animal shelter. Yes. Yes. Definitely not drugs. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Vinland Saga, episode 16. Previously, on episode 15, we doubted God's existence. Indeed we did. And while we were doubting God's existence, Askeladd decided to get rid of a problem that he was having to do with Ragnar being too protective. And so, how do you deal with a overprotective parent? Well, you kill them, obviously. I suppose in this one, potentially, we'll see what the prince's reaction is going to be to Ragnar being dead. And as for Ragnar, with his last breath, he told Askeladd that apparently, kinda maybe, in his opinion, the king actually wants Prince Knut dead, which I'm a little sus about, not gonna lie, but I suppose we shall see. In any case, let us get right into episode 16. Oh.
A group of English soldiers attacked him out of nowhere. He put up a valiant fight, but he was stabbed from behind with a spear. I offer my sincerest condolences, Your Highness.
I think I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Thorfinn manages to immediately recognize that he didn't die in battle.
And then he just ran out. What? This can't
Nani?
be. He's
Masaka.
with me.
We'll be leaving soon. Get ready. Thorfinn, stay by his side no matter what.
Huh? Wait, are you kidding me? Why do I have to? Answer me, you bastard!
Guarding the prince is your job, Dick.
I wonder if Askeladd's plan with having Thorfinn stay by the prince's side is to make him grow close and attached, potentially. Maybe. Just had some, like, random thoughts. You know, because why else would Askeladd, like, have Thorfinn constantly stay by the prince's side? You know, it could be, like, some sort of tactic to kind of... I'm not even sure to do what exactly, but Askeladd knows that Thorfinn, like, doesn't get along with any of his men or him, and kind of always stays, you know, by himself and hunts for himself and eats by himself and everything like that. So he's never gonna get attached to anybody in his crew or him. So having him get attached to the prince, who is kind of not part of their crew, could be a strategy. Why, you might ask? Well, don't know yet. Maybe there is a plan to that. Oh! A history of beasts.
Don't say that so loud, Bjorn. Most of the men don't know what really happened. The story is the English brought down that old fool. Don't let it slip.
I'm not sure. Everyone knew that you and Ragnar never saw eye to eye. Even a pushover like the prince could catch on. He made the boy easy to manipulate. What's wrong with that? Knut is a perfect stepping stone for us to make our way up.
Tell me, why have you served me faithfully all these years?
Huh? Because, Because I thought you were worth following.
Yes, exactly. Which is why I'll choose my own lord. The lord I serve should be the kind of leader who's fully worthy of my devotion. Nah, just kidding. This has all been a gamble, Bjorn. If we get lucky, that prince might actually turn into something great.
Ow.
Any luck? Got him to spill yet?
Bastard's pissing me off. Piece of shit won't even scream. He thinks he's a martyr or something. This is why I can't stand these uptight Christian fools.
The problem is you didn't kick him hard enough. Watch
The thing with torture, you know, like I'm sure most of you know this, right? I mean, I think everybody knows this, right? The thing with torture is that if they don't speak almost immediately once you start, you know, applying the pain, they're not gonna speak. I mean, maybe eventually, but like most people, if they don't speak after the first bit of pain, then they're not gonna speak overall. Unless you have some other ways to make them speak, like threatening someone they care about or something like that, right? I think most people know this, right? Like, I mean, come on. You don't know torture methods? Like, have you even lived? Next thing you tell me you haven't tortured anybody.
Hey, hold on! It's my turn! Knock it off! Guys, think! You have to be careful with this sort of thing.
Just finish me off then.
Oh, jeez.
Heart sees everything. All of the evil things you Danish scum have done.
Pretty sure finishing off another guy is sinful.
Savages. You animals will be punished. The death you bastards deserve is on its way.
Hey,
So what is he gonna shear off?
You were asking for.
good. Now, Captain. Oh, look at those nails.
Oh, I mean, that's pathetic. I mean, I was gonna think
Good? Just let me trim them for
shear the penis. I mean, I think that's much worse.
There are 3 things I want to know. Oh! I clipped too much again. Twice this time.
I suppose with torture, it is possible that they just kind of, they get worn down.
Burn in hell, you godforsaken days! Just leave this land! If you bastards hadn't come here, you dirty heathens burned my village down! You monsters tortured and killed my wife and daughter! You damned beasts! This is our land! Go back where you came from!
Ah, you think so? We're the beastly invaders, you say? Allow me to give you a history lesson since you're so ignorant.
I actually hope that this guy doesn't break. I really do. In terms of like a story, plot line slash character motivation slash willpower type of thing. I love characters or moments with characters where, you know, there's a character that has lost everything, maybe their entire family, their village or whatever, and then their will is so powerful that no matter what they're going through, they just kind of push through it. All they care about is the revenge, and you can see the hatred and will in their eyes, right? Like I love that shit.
This land wasn't yours to begin with. This island's first inhabitants were the Celts. They lived in the woods and worshipped the spirits. The people now living in Wales are their descendants. And then, the Roman Empire arrived. Though they were conquerors, they still cohabited this land with the Celts, bestowing them with knowledge, technology, and culture. After the Romans left, new visitors called Anglos and Saxons came along, about 500 years ago. But your people didn't offer a single thing that could benefit the Celts. Quite the opposite. They drove them all out into the wastelands, seizing the fertile plains for their own use and nobody else's.
That's a lie!
He is right. And this is why it's important to see people as individuals and not as a collective. And I would say you cannot hold the sins of the parents against the children. At the end of the day, that guy who's being tortured, he didn't do any of those things, right? You can say, oh, you know, your ancestors did this and that and the third thing, but they didn't do anything, right? So while he is right with his history lesson, I'm sure, saying that, oh, you guys did this and you did that and you did that first and so on and so forth, that's really not, you know, that's not, it doesn't apply.
I'm not foolish enough to believe anything from you devils!
Now that I've gotten closer, I gotta tell you, that snout of yours is a little long.
Ooh, ooh.
How many are there?
Not sure, but a lot. Coming from the south.
They're reinforcements?
What? But it's midnight. Huh. Too late. You bastards are all dead. Time to let you Danes eat each other alive.
Those are Danes?
That's right, idiot. Thorkel is on his way. Is that a strong enough foe for you? Thorkel's here! That can't be. What are we gonna do?
What? Now wait, it can't really be him.
No, he's bluffing. How could he know about him?
If it's true, we're in trouble. Are you sure?
Thorkel's coming?
No way. Seriously?
It's kind of fun to see, because like their reaction is what I would imagine, you know, people back in the day when they hear, oh, Achilles is arriving with his men. It's like, oh my fucking god, Achilles? Oh my, no way, holy shit, we're fucked. I mean, you would think it's just one guy, but when your reputation is so big and so well known, I guess, just strikes fear in the hearts of men.
That's the village? Looks like it. All right then, I want it surrounded. Folly and Ingold's units will take the left. Oder, fan right. And I'll cover the middle. Kill anyone you see, except for the prince. Also, there's a little guy who throws daggers. None of you men kill him either. The two of us are gonna play.
I won't leave Ragnar! Halt!
Now that's enough, Your Highness. There are only 3 sleds. We don't have the room to carry a corpse.
Then give him a funeral! Respect his remains! That is an order!
Afraid we don't have enough time for that either.
You bastard! No! I refuse to leave him! Ragnar! Ragnar!
Just knock him out.
Ragnar is dead. Calling his name won't bring him back.
They're deserters! They were planning to join Thorkel!
They were trying to hide in the straw.
It's just, I think what Ragnar said was right. How your luck has finally run out. It isn't only us. Deep down, all the men think the same. We're in trouble this time. I mean, the way things are. Thorkel has you by the tail, Askeladd!
The funny thing is, the thing with desertion is you say you're gonna desert and, you know, join the other side, but like, you think that the other side would trust you to, like, let you into their army? Hell fucking no. They're just gonna put you behind bars. Like, sure, you'll survive, maybe, if they don't just kill you on the spot, but like, you know? Like, I know for a fact that if I was leading an army and then the soldiers from the other side, from the opposing army, came to me, were like, hey, we surrender, we're defecting, I'd be like, throw them in prison. Like, it's not even a question, right? Throw them in prison for life. Like, sure, maybe they'll survive, maybe. More likely, they're gonna get executed. Which is why, like, desertion in this situation doesn't even work well. Of course, these guys are fucking stupid and dumb, but like, you know, as they were, but like, you know, still.
Go and wait for him. Listen up, men. Follow whichever leader you want to. Feel like leaving? Go. I won't stop you. But if you're coming with me, we march! Through the night and the snow until we lose that giant. We'll eat as we march, and sleep as we march. Just know this. If you can't keep up, you're dead.
Ooh. The amazing thing here is that I think if Thorkel went against Askeladd, I actually cannot tell who would win. The reason for this is that, you know, at first glance I'm thinking, okay, Askeladd's gonna win because he's much smarter, and the way he fights is very much like he uses everything he can to like get the edge on, you know, to get the advantage. But on the other hand, Thorkel is almost like Thor's, to where he's so physically capable that even if Askeladd came up with some sort of trick or something, you know, it just might not work on him because he's such a fucking big guy. You know, he'll just shrug it off.
No, please, just wait, Thorkel.
And he's physically he's physically talented. Like, he's big. He is big. Don't get me wrong. He's very tall and big, but I don't think that's all he has for, you know, going for him. I think he's very skilled as well.
So, it sounds like their leader's name is Askeladd. They have this many deserters among them.
Oh yeah, I guess these were the deserters, right? I wasn't really paying attention as he was cutting them down.
You should have let those men join up with us.
Don't
Nah.
need them.
Nah.
All scum. The last
Yeah,
thing I want is
exactly.
cowards who immediately surrender at my back.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was saying. You would never allow a bunch of deserters who just deserted to you know, from the losing side to the winning side. You would never want to add them to your army because, well, they're gonna desert you when shit gets tough, right? Very much like how you don't want to date a woman that has cheated on their husbands before, because you know that they're gonna cheat on you. Same thing with men.
Hold! It's drifting to the right. No, move it back. Damn it! I was talking about my right. That's it. Good.
We're destroying this bridge. I'm putting you in charge. Hurry.
Okay, then.
We're breaking the bridge. If you have an axe, give us a hand.
Sure.
What a day.
How close are they? Any clue?
It's too noisy to tell. I think we may have enough time to bring down the bridge.
I'm not gonna lie. I would say the one thing that I'm kind of like skeptical about, right? Something that I don't really like is that fucking guy with the ears. The guy with the very good hearing. He is essentially just a fucking tool for Askeladd to be able to know how far they are and kind of, you know, stay alive, essentially. Right? I don't really like that. It feels too convenient. This guy who just happens to have super hearing. It's like, bro, like, I don't know, man. I would understand maybe if Askeladd had like a, I don't know, like a group of scouts or whatever, right? And then those scouts on horseback let them know about information on Thorkel's location and how far they are and stuff like that, right? Having this guy who just like constantly has like super hearing, I mean, it's just a little bit of like, I don't know, you know? I feel like the super hearing guy just basically is carrying them, straight up. And it's like the super hearing guy is only there so that they don't get caught too early and the show is over.
Freezing my balls off.
Hold on. Don't you think this river's kind of shallow? It barely even comes up to our knees. Building this bridge is pointless.
We still can't just leave it like this. They'll at least be annoyed by it being down.
So, you all out of those bright ideas of yours? Sure seems like it, Askeladd.
Bjorn! Thorfinn! Listen. Bring the prince over to this carriage. Bjorn, you take the reins. Thorfinn, you ride with the prince and stay alert.
Wait, but why? Can't be. Askeladd. You sure?
It's my specialty. I can tell what a man is all about, just by looking at his face, remember?
Is he thinking that there's gonna be a mutiny? A bunch of mutinous bastards?
If they're smart or dumb, important or a nobody. And I can tell when there are traitors poisoning the ears of loyal men.
Huh? Hold on, what do you mean steal the prince?
Dumbass, not so loud! Now listen, brother. This little band is already done for. Let's take the prince and hand him to Thorkel as a gift.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, this happens when you have a bunch of bandits, right? A bunch of mercenaries.
Come on, don't call it betrayal, Atlee. That doesn't sound good. Sure, the man's a fine leader and he's done a decent job. But somebody who's in charge takes responsibility for things.
It'll be fine. We'll be able to get out of this. We've always done it before, haven't we?
Well, yeah, up until now. But how's he been handling things lately? He keeps on making the wrong call. And his luck is running out. Now Thorkel's found us, even though we left him in the dust. It can't be helped, though. Askeladd made a bet, and he lost. That's all it is.
No, he didn't. And not to mention, it's not like Askeladd made the bet. He basically told everybody, hey, we're going to, you know, save the prince, and this is our chance to become legends or whatever. Something along those lines many episodes ago. And then everyone was like, yeah, whoa! Right? So, I mean, fucking cowards.
Job well done, men. They'll lose time carrying the cargo from their sleds across.
What if they abandon their cargo?
Then they'll lose time foraging for food instead. They can't cover long distances without eating. All right! Back to marching!
They're here.
It looks like I just
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. And here I thought, you know, in the movie Troy, I thought Achilles was good at throwing spears, but Jesus, this guy.
in serious trouble.
Okay.
That's a quadruple kill.
Keep our heads and not panic.
Collateral.
We're at a distance, without a bridge. Forget about that spear, all right?
Fine. But they're not gonna need the bridge. A man can walk across that river, no problem. So it won't do a damn thing.
Oh, really? All the more reason for us to leave right now. There's no time to waste.
I've heard all this before. March and march and march again. Haven't you got any other ideas? I'm sick of it!
We can't beat Thorkel. You need to give it one more day. Soon the effect of felling the bridge will show. A march's speed depends on cargo, and without a doubt, they'll struggle to cross. If they abandon everything and come after us, they can't keep it up. A march like that won't last a day. Do you men understand? If so, let's march!
There's no guarantee we'll even survive that one day.
I guess this is farewell. I'm in a hurry, so excuse me.
I mean, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of guys. Oh, fuck me. I think we just saw the greatest spear throw ever. Dude just got a quadruple kill with a single spear throw. I mean, granted, they kind of lined up for him, let's be honest. But Jesus. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think this betrayal is kind of stupid, not gonna lie. I mean, obviously, all these guys, besides Askeladd and, you know, all the main characters, I think most of these bandits, mercenaries, they're kind of dumb, right? And the reason I say this is because, okay, so they betray Askeladd, their smartest, I guess their smartest ally, essentially, their leader, and then they take the prince to Thorkel, and they think that they're not just gonna get killed? Huh? Have they not thought about the fact that they might just get disarmed and then just killed, because why not? Right? Like, it would be one thing if Askeladd was the one who changed this plan and was like, okay, I'm gonna come up with some sort of plan to make sure that, you know, we give the prince to Thorkel, but make sure that we don't get killed somehow. You know, I could see Askeladd coming up with a plan to actually ensure that. But these guys, you know, they just think that, oh, if we give them what they want, they're not gonna kill us, right? Right? We give them what they want. They're gonna have mercy, right? On us mass murderers who just essentially killed like an innocent village like 3 days ago. They're gonna have mercy on us, right? That's why they're just dumb, right? These guys would immediately be executed, and that would be that, right? Thorkel gets the prince and kills all these guys, and that's it. They did say that half of the men were on their side, or so. Half or so of the men. So I would imagine the other half is not going to let this happen. But considering they were kind of surrounded here, I mean, I don't know. This seems kind of bad, not going to lie. You know, this seems kind of bad. I still assume that Askeladd has some plan or something. I mean, maybe he is kind of on the back pedal at this point, but I don't know. I just assume that Askeladd always has some sort of plan. In any case, regardless, that was episode 16 of Vinland Saga, and I shall see you in episode 17 next time. MrFonrath out.